Alright, in this video I am going to show you how to set up a parallel Bible view for comparing different translations, or to have an original language text on one side and a translation on the other side to assist you if you might be a little bit weak in that particular language. First, let's do an Old Testament view. Let's say here I am looking at the English Standard Version, and I want to set up a Bible view where I shall have the Hebrew on the right side and the ASV on the left. I'm going to click on this button, Compare, over here, but I'm going to click on this little arrow directly to the right of it, and I'm going to click on that and go down here to Select Bible Text for Compare View. When I get to here, I will check the different versions that I want to appear next to each other. So since I want my Hebrew text to appear on the right, I'm going to deselect the Westcott and Hort version there, which is a Greek New Testament, and click the Westminster Hebrew Morphology and the ASV. And let's say you want to get a little more free translation in there as well. You can click the New English Translation or the NET, hit the check mark over here on the right side, and you will now notice that we have two translations, and you might wonder why this one is empty. Well, this one is empty because it's a Hebrew text, and we are in the New Testament. So if I open up my Bible tree over here and go to an Old Testament book, now you can see the Hebrew text on the right side. Now, to maximize my space here, I'm going to get rid of the Bible tree, and I'm going to get rid of this as well by hitting Control-T. And now I have the three translations up here. Now on the Net Bible, you'll notice these footnotes, and I can get rid of those quickly by just hitting the F key, which stands for footnotes. It's a keyboard shortcut to get rid of the footnotes. And so you can see now I have the ASV here, the New English Translation here, and the Hebrew here. And just like if you had the Hebrew open all by itself, which I can do simply by clicking WHM, that brings the Hebrew up all by itself. I can have the New English Translation up all by itself, or the American Standard Version up all by itself. If I want them to be three in a line, I just go now and click on Compare, since I've already selected which text I want to have appear there, and you can see that they appear as this. Now, just like if you had the Westminster Hebrew Morphology Bible open all by itself, you can turn on the parsing information to pop up in a little window, as you see is happening here. And we can turn that on or off again by using the keyboard shortcut M, which, as you can see, I hit the key M, and now when I wave my mouse over a word, nothing comes up. So that is just the same as if you were using it all by itself. Now here we have a parallel Bible then, which is excellent for studying the Old Testament. What if you want to study the New Testament? Well, the easiest thing to do here, since you don't want to have to go back and set this up again, is to save this layout. And the way you do that is you come up here to save the current layout and click on that little arrow directly next to it, and you will see, or just you can click on the whole button there, Save Current Layout, and you can save it as User Layout 1, but chances are you're going to want to call it something slightly different, and I'm going to call it OT Study Bible. Once I do that, I can hit Enter. And now, if you go back to here, you can see that one of my layouts is called OT Study Bible. Let's say I click on another Bible here. I can always go back to that very quickly by clicking OT Study Bible, and this layout that I already saved will come up again. Now, let us suppose then that you want to set up a parallel Bible for studying the New Testament, in which case you don't want Hebrew here, you want Greek. Again, click on that little arrow directly to the right of the Compare button and select Bible Text for Compare View, and unselect the Westminster Hebrew Morphology Bible and select the Westcott and Hort New Testament. Click the check mark over here, and again you will notice that there's no text here. The reason for that is because we are in the Old Testament, and the Old Testament was written in Hebrew, not in Greek. So I come down here and I click in New Testament text. I'm going to get rid of the Bible tree to maximize my space, And now you'll notice I have a very nice parallel version with the ASV, the Net Bible, and the Westcott and Hort New Testament text. And all the same things apply to these Bibles as before. In the Net Bible, I can turn on the footnotes, and I can see the footnotes. Again, I highly recommend that you purchase the fuller footnotes that the Net Bible sells. I believe it's $20, and you get over 60,000 notes on the New Testament. Those notes are very useful because they're technical in nature, often on how to translate the text. But more to our purposes here, the F key turns on and off those footnotes. Over here in the ASV, you'll notice that I can turn on the chapter headings for all three translations simply by hitting the H key. I can turn on the parsing in the Westcott and Hort text. Here you can see the Strong's number, the dictionary definition popped up. If I would like to see a morphology, I can hit the M key, which will now bring up here, as you can see, the morphology information. The word is parsed. So that's very handy. But again, if I'm using this and I want to go back to studying the Old Testament, I can go back up here to my saved layouts and go to OT Study Bible, which will bring me directly back to where I was before with the Hebrew text here. Now, I would suggest that you save this setup so that you don't have to go back into the setup here and redo it. So what we're going to do is the same thing we did when we had the Hebrew Old Testament layout. We're going to go to save the current layout. We're going to go down here and we're going to save it as NT Study Bible. Hit enter. Now you'll notice that when you go here, you have two saved layouts, an NT Study Bible and an OT Study Bible. And if you want to go study the Hebrew in parallel with these other English translations, you can easily do so. If you want to go study the New Testament with the Greek in parallel, that is also easily done as well. And again, if you want to go to another Bible text, it's as simple as clicking on the button. And then to go back to your parallel Bible, you click Compare. And this is how you go back and forth from the Hebrew and Greek. So this is a very useful feature